So you had inherited a house that had some roof repair, but how much water damage? What kind of damage were we talking about when you got this place?
Wicked damage.
Yeah.
From the roof, damaged the third floor, and then went through the roof down to the second floor. And on the first floor, I actually fell through right there. And there was another person, Melinda. She fell through in the corner and went all the way through. I caught my big butt from going through. So you can see it from the basement. You look up, you see where I fell.
At least 5 years that we know of, probably longer. I fixed it in 4 hours.
But the floor upstairs on the third floor, the floor joists, they were real 2x12s, but you could pull them apart like a notebook paper.
Water damage, or do you have termites or any infestation like that there? So it was strictly water damage.
Yeah, that's what we're seeing so far. We saw some termite trails, but when we uncovered where they went, I think they just started, luckily.
Yeah,
So
they wouldn't eat this wood. They ate the wood that was down there, the pine,
yeah,
because there were paneling, and it went from the floor to the ceiling, and they pretty much ate that all up. But when it got up into the floor joists, they, for some reason, didn't touch it.
too hard.
Do you know what kind of wood that was? Was it a harder oak or
Native wood? So it'd be anything.
Hard to drive, even drive a nail into.
Yeah, you got to drill through it to really set something in it.
wow, that's amazing. And the floors itself, are they the oak, regular red oak hardwood floors?
No, they're maple.
Oh, they're maple. And that rotted through, that you could fall through like that?
Only where the water was just running all the time and just towards right at the wall. So all the other places are good and solid, but just that one room they let go for so long. And then they step between the joists. So it's really the hardwood floor failed.
Oh. And the water damage was strictly from weather? It wasn't like a pipe burst or anything like that?
Just from the roof on top coming in.
Oh my God.
There were holes big enough I could fit through. Big hole.
That is amazing. So
A big hole.
But this place has rain troughs, which makes it unique. If you look, the roof comes and then out like this. That was a rain. We didn't have the gutters, and that's where a lot of the leaks were occurring.
Ah, on the mansard roof. Son of a gun. And talk to me about the plumbing in there. Is it copper, or is it older lead pipes? What's in there?
We see everything throughout, but it's all been, because of the restaurant, it's all been updated.
Ah, and what year was the restaurant again?
1985.
Oh, so that's pretty recent, and it would have to be all up to restaurant code then too, right?
Yeah.
But they left a lot of the old, which we'll leave too. But the wiring was all updated. We got a brand new panels, 3-phase, all the elaborate stuff. That was one of the key points on buying it.
And then they put in industrial bathrooms to accommodate restaurant guests. Like, did they put multiple stalls in a room kind of thing?
Not anymore.
No.
That's gone.
Who took that out?
One of the previous owners.
Oh, that's terrible. And so this is the charity's most recent purchase. Is that correct?
No, the church was after this.
Oh, it is. And
that church, Rocky Horror Picture Show, it looks just like the church, how that movie started out.
Oh, is that right? Oh, that's cool.
This year we have a couple of Rocky Horror Picture Show.
He knows about Rocky Horror. I don't.
If you're homophobic, don't come.
Yeah. How did you miss Rocky Horror? And Rocky Horror Picture Show is a cultural touchstone.
Yeah.
It's still a fun movie though. Even if whatever the decree.
They don't get the movie.
We don't get it because the only time we watch it, we had to watch for content at college, and I didn't get it.
It's fun.
But when I heard all the other stuff going on,
yeah,
that's something I want to do that.
Right.
Just thought that it would be no fun.
Oh, it is awesome.
Interact.
It's a lot of fun. So now you've been, and the last resident to live there was 2019 when you bought it, or he wasn't even living there?
He was living.
It was bad.
Yeah, we better just move on.
Move on from that.
Is this one as haunted as that asylum jail that we went through?
It's different.
It is.
it is a different type of whatever's out there, because the room we're in right now, to me, is one of the most active rooms.
Oh,
And I'll do my little ghost hunts in here and downstairs in the basement, because from here, you can hear people walking upstairs, and in here, you can hear them walking in the other rooms. Yeah, it's a very active place.
And from
Wow.
here, I saw 2 full apparitions
what'd you
myself.
see?
We even see apparitions outside.
Yeah.
That's unique, I think.
That is.
I've seen this little girl that died in here. I've seen I don't know if it's her, but I've seen a little girl in a yellow dress upstairs 3 or 4 times, and that's on the main staircase. And I even with the SLS camera, I go, "Is this windy? If it's windy, would you raise your right hand and wave at me?" And it raises its hand, and the stick figure raises its hand and waves at me.
Wow.
One bought this. We were putting in a window, and we were wondering if we should put silicone or try and put some foam in it. And she actually said, "Don't use silicone, use foam."
Oh,
I didn't hear that.
I know, but that's not old. That's new stuff. Isn't that weird? Me and my brother, we were just looking at each other and said, "Who said that?" But it was definitely a woman's voice, and she was like standing right behind Dan, and I couldn't see her, but the voice was like, "Oh, thank you." So see,
well, that's nice giving construction tips. That's very helpful.
yeah.
That's what you want. And you can hear the footsteps even though there's holes in the flooring. Like,
There's not too many holes. There's one part in the back there that you can see through a little bit, but not the rest of the house is perfect. You can't see just in the back part, back in the back. You look up and you can see holes.
Yeah, so it's just, where they fell through was where it came down the wall from the gutters leaking. So only one room.
The last guy that was in here took a support wall out, and we just need to put that back in.
did he not know it was a supporting wall?
There again.
Is General Stone himself, is he an entity thought to be roaming there?
Yes, he is. Him and his wife Lydia and her brother John. He's here. Wendy's here. I think the owner that Dan bought it from, Roger Harris, he's here. And there's a multitude of names that come on the meters. So you just don't know who all's here.
Wow. It sounds like a busy place.
It is very busy.
Since he designed the house and lived here for about 30 years, you would think, he would be back. I've not seen him, but I don't know if you've seen him or just.
I've seen a little apparition. He was only 4'11" and 3/4. Him and his wife were both that tall. They were just little, homunculus, miniature human beings.
And the doorknobs are really low, so
Very
if you go through.
Oh, I missed that part. The architect of this place was General Stone himself?
Yes.
Really?
Yep.
Where did he get the architectural skills?
His father taught him how to be a carpenter.
Yeah.
Wow.
Politics.
Yeah, his father Ezra was a carpenter, and he taught his son. He taught both his sons how to build houses.
I mean, it's such a classic example of Second Empire architecture. I'm shocked that that's a self-taught phenomenon. It looks like a guy who graduated from a university with a degree in architecture.
He was smart because he ended up being a bank, started a bank or bank president, however you say that, in town. So he was on a lot of things.
He was the largest shareholder of the bank, and he was president of the Wagon Wheel Works, because this town used to be a very vibrant town.
Right. And he also got the railroad to come through his property, right?
And that's what's really funny, because he got it to come in here before he lived here. It was supposed to go through a little town north of here called Red Key. And I went through that the other day, and there's 2 railroads that go through that town, but they must have came in afterwards. So, and the railroad that he had come through here, the tracks have been taken up.
So, went right to the property by chance.
Right on the back part of the property.
So they could drop off and pick up all the bakery goods and wagon wheels that he was building, right?
All that stuff.
Yeah, well, the bakery and all that was before.
Yeah.
But still, yeah, it makes you wonder, being a procurement officer and building a house right after the war.
And his other house is just right outside of town, and it's two houses. They were really small, but they were two houses, and then there's a tower in the middle of them.
Well, let's have a look around then, gentlemen. If we could start our tour there in that room. I've been looking at that fireplace. Tim, you've been blocking it. How about we?
Sorry, I'll get my big butt out of the way.